Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a really cool little gonk nail for you. I've done a couple of these. This has got some 3D work in it with acrylic as well. And this is in real time, so this is not sped up. So first of all, I'm going to take my fine liner brush and I'm going to use the EVOL foil glue. And I'm going to draw out the GONKs hat, the outline of the GONKs hat. So what I've done here, the first one, let me see what colour I used. I think it was black. Let's see. Oh no. So the base colour for this nail is Wizard. That's by Hdpro Colour It. It's their new pure gel polish range, which is amazing. So I've been wearing this one of these colours for 3 weeks now, and it's got no chipping. It was on a really short bitter nail and I haven't lost any of it, which is amazing. So yeah, the base coat is called Wizard and it's a really beautiful purple colour. So once I've outlined the GONKs hat, I'm going to take my precision art brush, which is a little bit thicker, and I'm just going to fill in that guideline with the foil glue, the EVOL foil glue, and that is from Angie's at Angel Glitter Mats. Yeah, I think it's funny doing it when it's real time. Usually it's sped up a little bit, but I thought it's 13 minutes. You can see exactly what we do. So just making sure you've fully covered. If you do it under your light, you'll be able to make sure that you haven't left any gaps, because if you do, the foil won't take. So once you're happy with that, you're going to set that in the lamp for 60 seconds. That's LED light. And then you're going to take your foil. So I used some animal print foils from Angel Glitter Mats. I love this one. It's so cool. And you're just going to give it a push and just make sure around that top of these tips are really raised at the back, so you've just got to make sure it's not left any gaps up near that cuticle area on these tips. And then I'm going to pull that off, and there is just a tiny bit, it's not stuck down, just in between the gap of the hat. So I'm just going to take some tweezers and pull that up, and you can see it's not stuck down, it's just come away from the paper as I've pulled it. So now I'm going to come in with my art gels from Hdpro, and this is the Casper, the white, and I'm going to use my small gel brush mini, I think it's called, and I'm going to drag that down the nail. And the reason I'm going to drag it down and I'm happy to have those lines is this, because it's his beard, so it's like hair strokes coming through, so I'm happy with the way that looks. What I should also say, sorry, is that I forgot right at the beginning, once you've done your coat of gel polish or gel your colour, you have to take off the tacky layer and make sure it's properly off with gel residue wipe off, because otherwise when you go to stick your foil on, it will stick to the background as well as where the foil is. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. So I've done one coat of the white and flash cured it for 10 seconds. I've then gone in with a second coat of white and flash cured it for 10 seconds, and then I'm just going to pick a little bit of the graphite up, and I'm tiny amount on my brush, and I'm just going to push that into that white tacky layer. Once that's done, you need a full cure for 90 seconds in LED light. And then I'm going to matte top coat it. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to give a slightly 3D dimension to the line work that goes into it as well. So there'll be the 3D line work, but there'll also be 3D acrylic on this one too. So this is a 60-second cure again in the LED light, and it's no wipe. So I'm now going to take my fine liner brush. This is from Glitter Planet. And I'm just going to outline the GONKs hat in aubergine art gel. These art gels are no wipe, so you can rub chromes into them. You can leave them on the top of a top coat. You don't have to cap them. Yeah, so I'm just outlining the GONKs hat in aubergine. I've now gone back into my Casper, and I'm just creating some wave where his hair would fall down on his beard, just to give it a bit of dimension. And I want a little bit of depth to the application here as well. So I'm going to do the waves, and then these are going to be flash cured, just so that I don't knock them. And then I'm going to come back in, was it graphite again? Graphite, and very small. I'm just going to buff these up to the white hair strokes, again, just to give a little bit more dimension to them. So once you finish that needs a full cure in the LED lamp for 90 seconds to cure those art gels. And then I'm going to top coat with Shine It from Hdpro, which is a no wipe top coat. Super shiny, long wearing, like all my nails come back with clients as long as they are. Like I had a girl for 8 weeks, came back and her nails were still completely intact, completely shiny. It was amazing. And this is a 60-second cure in the LED lamp. So now what we're going to do is very, very gently with an old file, we're just going to buff over the areas that are going to have the 3D acrylic put on them. So you don't want to go mad here. It doesn't matter because you can re-top coat over, but I just want to do it on the areas that I'm going to be. And I have caught, can you see there? Just to give it to something to stick to. So I'm going to take my 3D art brush, and I'm using Rosy Peach from Hdpro, which is a cover pink. And I'm just taking a bead, and you can see there's very, very little work needs doing. If you drain it enough so that it doesn't run everywhere, there's very little work needs doing. And just pat it. I'm just going to make it a bit thinner on the top so it doesn't stand up quite as much by his hat. And then that just will then set. So I'm going to do the same with, excuse me, I'm going to do the same with bright white, and that's from Hdpro. That's a white acrylic. And again, you need to make sure that you have drained it enough so that it doesn't run everywhere. And then once that turns matte, I'm going to take my dotting tool, a tiny dotting tool, and I'm going to push some like little holes, nudges into it, just to make it look like wool, or just give it some depth, really. I'm sure there's other ways you can do it, but I found this one to be the easiest. And again, let that set. So this one I did in 3 little sections. So again, make sure you've drained your brush enough. This is going to be the trim of his hat. And then I'm going to do the 2 side sections, and then when I come in with my dotting tool, I know that I'm going to start working the center, go to the side, and then off to the other side, because that will be the order that the acrylic turns matte into. You don't want to start at the side that you've just placed, because it'll be too wet and you won't get the indentations. So here I'm just using my dotting tool in the centre and then working my way over to the side and round and making those indentations. Some of them bounce back up a little bit, so I do go back over them. But yeah, I think it's a really cute little look. I've done 3 GONKs with the animal print hats. I absolutely love them. So they're over on my Instagram channel as well. Some are just done with gel polish. This one obviously happens to be done with acrylic. But yeah, very similar technique. I think the only thing that's really different is that the nose on the gel ones is done with a builder in a bottle. That's the only difference, really. And obviously they haven't got cuffs of the hat because the hats are different, and the pom-poms on their hats are done with gel polish, and that is it. So that's a really cute little GONK. I love him. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back over those areas that might have caught with the file with my Shine It, which is my shiny top coat, and I'm just going to make his nose shiny with the shiny top coat as well. Set that up in the lamp for 60 seconds. Oh, in fact, I've gone over all of it. Or the reason I've gone all over it is because obviously acrylic is porous, and it will discolour. So if it will protect it basically. From discolouring whilst your client is wearing it. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.